Hi everyone, I hope you all are fine and enjoying good health. So we are back with another new video, and today's video is going to be extremely useful for you because we are going to learn a very useful topic, whether it's grade 1, grade 2 or onwards grade 5. The argumentative writing is the topic where you need to, create an argument, where you need to make your brain tune towards how to write it. So in today's video, we are going to learn the layout of an argumentative writing, the question analysis. I will be showing you the question, and we are going to learn how to plan in each paragraph, what to write in it, and also how planning is important, right? So I'm sure you guys are quite excited to learn this topic with me today. And in today's video, you have to watch this video till the end so as to learn the argumentative writing in a proper manner. I'm sure you're not going to face any difficulty after watching this video, because I'm going to show you each and everything by writing on my screen in a structural manner. All right, so those who are already on my channel, they have subscribed it, they can click on the bell icon so as whenever my new video comes, they can get the notification of that. And those who are new on my channel, they are requested to please subscribe and start commenting to be the part of my YouTube family, right? So English, my dear students, is a very important language which we need to learn and we should be fluent of, because if in Pakistan you are speaking in English in a fluent manner, what is important that you are going to, of course, be considered a lot in any field of your life, right? If you are quite fluent in English. Okay. All right, my dear friends. So in argumentative writing, you guys can see my screen that the layout, the basic layout is that we have all these 5 paragraphs in all together, right? And how are we going to structure these 5 paragraphs? What are we going to write in each paragraph? So let's see. The first thing which I'm going to tell you, the main body, right? And that is going to be that we have to, create 2 paragraphs for 2 paragraphs are going to be in the favor, which is going to be in the for, right? In the favor, it's going to be in the for, and 1 paragraph is going to be in against of it, right? So 1 paragraph, which is going to be the 3rd paragraph, is going to be like 4th paragraph. It's going to be in the against of it. And I'm going to tell you the first and last paragraph. So the first paragraph, I'm not going to reveal that what is going to be in the first paragraph. I'm going to explain you are going to get an idea what is going to be the first. But the rest of the 2 paragraphs are going to be all about, in the favor of that topic, right? And probably when they're asking you to write like almost 200 to 250 words, so each paragraph is going to be containing 50 words, right? So then 50, 50, 50, 50, and 50 makes a 5 paragraphs, sum of 5 paragraphs, which is a standard, 250 words. And the first paragraph, you guys better know what we need to write. Then the next 2 paragraphs we need to write in the for, in the favor of it. And the fourth paragraph is going to be in the against of it. And then there is a last paragraph, which is the 5th para. What is going to be in the 5th paragraph? You guys are going to guess. So how are we going to start our argumentative writing? That is going to be from the introduction. Always we start any narrative, descriptive, argumentative, any piece of writing, we start with a proper introduction. So it is going to be an intro, right? Introduction, and introduction is going to be quite catchy. It should start with a hook which grab the attention of the reader, because the basic purpose of the argumentative writing is the purpose, let me reveal you the purpose of an argumentative writing is to basically, persuade the reader. What is the meaning of persuade? To convince, the reader, all right? So whatever you are speaking in against or in favor of the topic, your reader should be convinced with your point of view, right? If you are able to convince the reader with your wordings, with your arguments, then definitely you are achieving the goal. And of course, when the first paragraph is the introduction, rest of the two paragraphs in the favor of that, the fourth paragraph is going to be against of that topic, which is going to be, or basically, which is called a counter paragraph. We call it a counter para, right? And then the fifth paragraph is automatically going to be a conclusion, right? Because we have to conclude, we have to drop the suggestions, we have to drop the recommendations. If we have to, revise the topic sentence, the main, keywords of the topic, we are going to add it in the conclusion, and we will revise the main thing in the last paragraph. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, now, how are we going to plan our essay? There are two important things which we need to keep in our mind while planning our essay, and those are, the first thing is the organization. Organization means how to organize your paragraph. What is going to be a proper organization? What will you write in the first paragraph, in the second paragraph, in the arguments? Or how are you going to, write the favored things? Then how will you, structure the counter argument? And then the conclusion. What will you write in them, basically, right? And then comes the structure, that what is going to be the basic structure of your argumentative writing, right? Of course, the argumentative writing is going to be basically in the present tense, but sometimes you need to add the future tense or present perfect tense. So you need to structure your argumentative writing accordingly, right? Moving on to the next slide, that is going to be the question analysis. The question which I'm presenting you is, why study history? So why study history? What is the meaning of each keyword in this, question? Now, why wants us to give a reason, right? Why wants us to give a reason, and then the study in history is basically, this study is going to be the subject, is the subject which we need to focus on, and history is going to require your own voice. This requires your own voice, right? That what you need to talk about. Do you feel history is quite boring? It creates monotonous. So there are lots of things coming up in your mind when you have to create an argument on why study history. So you are going to first give a reason on why. On all those WH questions, you need to give a reason why. Okay, and then subject is going to be study, and then history. And if they ask you to write an essay of almost, let's suppose they ask you to write an essay of 300 to 350 words, right? So you need to focus on the word limit, and focusing on this word limit, you need to structure your essay accordingly, right? And now you got the basic structure, you got the gist of the basic structure. Let's revise the basic structure. It's going to be an hamburger technique which we need to follow in the basic structure of the argumentative writing, and that is going to be, let's revise, students. The first thing is, revise it with me. You can also write the whole structure of argumentative writing in the comment section below. Then definitely it will never ever be skipped off from your mind, because if you're going to create a comment on it, then you will be remembered it, or it will be stayed long in your mind for till the end of your life. You never forget the argumentative writing structure. The first thing is the introduction. The second paragraph is going to be the body one paragraph, which is going to be in the fore of the topic. Then body two paragraph, which is going to be also in the fore of the topic. Clear? Then it's going to be the body three paragraph. It's going to be actually in the against of the topic, which is going to be a counter argument, and then we have the conclusion, right? The conclusion is very, very important because it's going to be then a proper hamburger which we're gonna eat and love and enjoy eating it. Okay, now we have the tips for method. Now, what are the methods? Okay, the paper is in front of you. The teacher asked you to write the argumentative writing. Now, how are you going to plan in your mind? Never you have to start directly. Always do some planning. Whether you can, make a spider diagram, like what I'm going to write in here, then I'm going to write here, then I'm going to write here. It's going to be like a web which you're going to make that, okay, this is going to be the point, then this is going to be the point, and then I'll write that, okay? It's going to be a proper spider web which you can make, or you can make a proper, positive and negative table into it. Okay, you can write, the positive points, which is going to be in the for of the topic, and some negative points, which is going to be in the against of the topic, or else you can create a flow chart on it that I'll go this way and then I'm going to explain this, then I'm going to go down and explaining this, then my topic is going to be about that. So method, which method you choose, it's all up to you. I hope this thing is clear to you guys. Now let's move on towards the main thing. And these are the important tips which I'm going to share with you right now. Consider what the main points are, right? Consider what the main points are. Now the topic is in front of you. Now just take a brainstorming. Now the layout is in front of you. You got to know what is the layout. You got to know the structure. You've planned your essay with the proper organization and structure that. Now you got the topic and you know how to, focus on the keywords of the topic. Okay, the students who don't read the question and directly answer that, they always lack, giving the information in their, piece of writing, any piece of writing. Then the tips for method. Which method you are going to adopt, you need to think in your mind. Then we have the important tips, and those are: consider what the main points are you want to make out. Okay, what you need to embed and what information you want to give to the reader. Then decide in your opinion, which opinion, because in English language, your opinion is always respected. Whatever opinion you give, we will always respect your opinion. But please make sure that opinion is going to be solid, to the point, and structured in a proper manner. Try not to do some grammatical mistakes, right? We students do that. So my first question is, you need to just think in your mind the question: do you enjoy history? Why or why not? You need to think in your mind. Do you think there is any value in studying it? Why and why not? Is studying history good or a bad thing? You need to say both. You need to create a balance. All right, if your fall is more towards the positive side, even then you have to create two in the for and one against, because always we need to be in a sugar coated manners, create a positive tone in our piece of writings, right? Now we are going to create a spider web of this topic, why study history, and I'm going to make you learn that how to do this topic in a proper manner, right? Are you guys ready to do this? Now I'm going to make you, learn this topic only, and then the rest of the topics you guys are going to do. Why study history, right? So let's suppose, you have it. Maybe we got the first point, and that is it helps us. It helps us understand. It helps us understand people and society. So my first point is this one. Okay, and my next point is going to be, maybe I'll write, both positive and negative points in together, whatever comes in my mind. I'll write that the knowledge it gives is no longer valid. The knowledge it gives is no longer valid, right? And let's suppose that we write in the spider web, it helps sorry. And then let's suppose we write that it is useful in the world of work. It is useful in the world of work, right? And then we write another point, and that is going to be it contributes to moral understanding. It contributes to moral understanding. So I'm taking out and jotting down lots of points. So you need to think, in both ways, positive and negative both, and then you will be able to create a better argument, right? And then my next point is going to be, maybe its status in society is changed now. History's status in society is changed, right? Then I'm going to write it provides us with an identity. It provides us with an identity. Identity, right? So this is going to be the next point. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying. I'm making a proper spider web and creating lots of points, whether they are positive or negative. I need to create it. We need to maybe we write we need to focus on the future. That's why we learn it. We need to focus on the future, right? That's why we learn it. All right, any other point? The way we learn it's quite old-fashioned, maybe, and it's going to be the way, maybe with my handwriting, I'm writing quite quickly. The way we learn it is quite old-fashioned and, conventional way through which we are learning, because in history lesson the students feel quite boring when you are learning it with proper interest, and seeing is believing. So when you see some videos on it, then you love learning it, right? So till here you got to know that what we need to. Okay, now let me just change the color of my pen, then I'm going to make you explain in a better manner that what points we need to highlight. Let's suppose that I am going to take out my topic sentence, and that is going to be this first point, that it is useful in the world of work, and that is going to be my point in the favor, in the for of it, right? And the second point which I'm going to take in the for is that it provides us with an identity. This is going to be a second topic sentence which I'm going to take. It's going to be also the point which is in the for of it. So I got two topic sentences, the two paragraphs which I'm going to write the topic sentence of, and then I'm going to create my own knowledge under it, right? And then the third point is going to be its status in society is changed. That is going to be the third counter argument paragraph, and that is going to be in the against of it. Okay, so we got 3 points. What are we going to do in it? That we are going to create the topics into it, and I'm going to write my topic sentences. All right, so you got the gist of how we need to take out the for and against topic, because introduction we can easily create on any topic. We can introduce the specific topic, and we can talk about it, and then we got the two favorite topic sentences points and against one, and then it's just the introduction which we need to create. Okay, now let's see. The first thing is going to be your introduction. It's going to be your introduction, which you're going to talk about why study history. And history we're going to talk about about the history. We can also start with any question that how important it is, and if it's not that important also. Then the second point is going to be we got the topic sentence. It helps us understand people and societies. This is going to be your topic sentence. I'm going to take out the topic sentence, and then you create a whole paragraph on it. It helps us understand. The topic was on which we are writing it, why study history, right? First we give the introduction, then we move on. The topic sentence, it helps us understand people and societies. people and societies. So you can create a whole paragraph under it that it helps us understand people and societies. And history is the major topic which we need to learn to know people in the past who were living in the past. If we're going to get the information about them, we will be able to have build up a great conversation about the people of the past, and we can give the reference of them, right? Some solid points which you can create under that. Also, when you're creating, in going in the fore of that topic, you got the second topic sentence. So you got this first topic sentence. You just need the first line to start the paragraph. So you got the topic sentence when you make the web. Now the third paragraph, you got the topic sentence that it provides us with an identity. It provides us with an identity. And that's true. It provides us with an identity, right? It gives us an identity which we learn, and we need to know that, right? So this is your second topic sentence, which you got it. Right? I'm sure till here it's clear. And then it's going to be the fourth one, which you are going to write about in the against of this topic. And my dear friends, when you are creating points against of this, that is going to be a counterpoint, which I'm going to highlight here. It's going to be a counterpoint. So please focus on creating this counterpoint, and it's going to be very important, because when you're creating it, you need to just be humble in your tone. You need to be a little bit, in sugar-coated words, explain that. Don't directly, bluntly use the word that I don't like history. It's very bad to learn that its status in society is changed. We don't want to learn. No, you need to that its status in society is changed. So the ways through which we are learning the history is quite conventional. So we need to transform the ways of learning history, because then the interest will be developed more, because history is an outdated topic, outdated subject. And my suggestion is, your recommendation is that we should not carry on with this topic, because we don't have any practical approach of learning this topic. We don't have any practical application of learning this subject, basically, right? So I'm sure till here the things are quite clear, that how you need to create each paragraph. Paragraph 1 is introduction, second is for in the favor of the topic, third is in the favor, fourth is going to be in the against of the topic, and then you are going to move towards the conclusion, my dear friends, and that is the fifth point. And I'm sure you guys have loved watching my video and you have learned a lot. So at the end, I would really want to say one important thing, and that is, so at the end, I would like to say that please just mention in the comment section below whether you like the video, whether you have learned something or not. And there are some notes which I'm going to share with you guys at the end, and those are that right. Again, I'm going to talk about, some important major tips regarding an argumentative writing. And these are some of the tips which you need to, focus on. Let me just change the pen color. Okay, these are some of the tips which I'm going to give you. And the first tip is that write a 5-paragraph essay. Again, I'm revising it. Number 1 is write a 5-paragraph essay, right? It's an argumentative essay, 5-paragraph essay. I told you in clear ways that how you structure it. Okay, read the question and circle the clues. Read the question carefully. Read the question twice and thrice. Carefully, twice. All right. The second important point is, the tip is, and circle the keywords, right? That what the examiner wants from you, what the teacher actually wants from you, that what are the keywords you need to focus on. And then the third thing is that always, the most important tip is that always plan your essays. Always plan your essay, how you need to write, plan your essay. Your opinion which you're going to give is quite important, and your topic sentence. If you are going to decide your topic sentence, then you will be able to easily create a paragraph on it in a proper manner. So these are the three important tips which I'm giving you in an argumentative writing, how to structure it. But I am speaking with it also. If you are unable to understand what I'm writing on the screen, then you have heard me, you can see me, speaking that, you can understand my lip sync. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, because your only instructor, Ms. Palvesha, is teaching you right here the most important topic, argumentative writing, and I made it quite clear for you guys. So I'm sure you guys have learned a lot in this video. So I would want you to please don't forget to like. This is the must thing, and also leave your comment under it that did you like my video. And if you are new to my channel, please help me reaching to subscribe it by subscribing it to reach me to 1 million. Thank you so much. And this is going to be an incentive from you guys. And stay tuned for more useful content. And the content is coming up for you guys, inshallah, in an easy manner. Stay tuned for more useful content.